Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
What's up, everyone? Welcome into another episode and another week of the Run Your Day podcast. It is Monday morning today, episode number 90. Can't believe I've done 90 of these guys so far. So this is Dan Hafner joining you here. As always, very, very happy you guys could join me today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. I'm going to get into a little bit of different structure, different format moving forward, and I'm no longer going to do like the theme of the week and then the topics inside of that theme for the week. I'm trying a new structure for this one, and this is going to be broken down through the following. We're going to do a little bit of a story and a share. We're going to extract the lesson from that day, and then we're going to review a daily quote of the day. And then, as always, going to finish up with the daily question and the challenge for you. So start off today. Today's topic is finding the good through the bad. So a little short story to start off with this. Yesterday was Sunday, my one day off for the week. We had, if any of you follow me on Facebook, you know, or at least my personal page on Facebook, you saw my wife tagged us in a photo of, we had to go to PetSmart to get our family picture done with our dogs. Had to get them all dressed up in little clothes and do the whole shebang there. So it was a good time. I'm not complaining about it. I did the story to share from that was that there was conflict involved in that, right? It was just typical relationship, just like, oh, we got to do this and I want to do that and there's not time for this and the whole drama, right? And really overall, it was me being a big crybaby, honestly, is what it was, because I had other things I wanted to do. She prioritized this, and I give her credit for it. But I was resistant, right? I was resistant to wanting to do something instead of just allowing it to happen and just going all in and making it a fun experience. And after we got the picture taken, she proceeded to go shopping in there and just kind of take up more time that I just was not willing to give yesterday. And I started to get really, really annoyed and really just like, and I tend to do this when we go shopping sometimes, but just tending to be very just like pouty and miserable and just like, I want to do this because I'm always someone that wants to be productive, that wants to be going, wants to be doing something. And when I'm shopping just to shop, I don't actually feel productive, right? Like I'm a buyer. I go in, I buy what I need, and I leave. I'm not like my wife, like she just likes to shop for shopping's sake. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not me. That's not how I'm cut, right? But what ended up happening was I started to talk with the girl there about training lessons and trying to get our dogs more trained and more behavioral and more, basically just more trained to be with me. So as I left the store, I was like, wow, like I never would have had that conversation if I didn't actually just venture out and go to that place with my wife, right? And that was that little gem that I got out of the experience, right? And that never would have been possible if I just, completely walled off myself, shut down, and just did not want to engage at all. So the lesson from that is that you never know what good you're going to find out of a bad situation. And that, leads me into today's topic of you honestly never know, right? And this is kind of tying in with the quote for the day. And I'll read you this quote, and I want to dive more into this as well. Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. So that's the quote for today. So basically, what is this talking about, right? Like, not every day that you go through in your life will be a quote unquote good day. Like, we all have crappy days. We all have things that go wrong, things that go sideways, things that don't work out in our favor. We might not make as much money as we want, or we might not be in as good a shape as we want, or we collide with our, spouses, or we have just terrible situations, get in a car accident, whatever it might be. But at the end of it, there's always something good in every single situation, right? Like even over the past 6 months, I've learned this through many different tactics that I've employed and things that I really can't get into in full depth here in this short show. But really, the lesson I've come to learn from this is there's always a gift inside of a trigger that happens to you, right? There's always some kind of good that comes from a situation. And I'm not really talking about silver lining here. Like, the concept of silver lining, well, there's a crappy situation, but the silver lining in it is that at least, this happened. That's not exactly what I'm trying to get at. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is once you can learn to recognize the gift and the positive outcomes that come out of a negative situation, your entire life and outlook changes. Like I have gone through this every single day for the past 6 to 8 months and gone through a process and actually started to really mentally retrain my mind. Like I don't get pissed off anymore. Like well, my wife might, I don't know. I mean, I hate to say never, but like I don't blow up anymore. Like I don't get super triggered. Like we all get triggered by things. We all get triggered by stuff that happens and gets screwed up. But the more you go through that and the more you learn to extract what actually happened that was positive because of it, you find that good in that situation, right? So you might have a bad day, but you actually had something good come out of that day. For me yesterday, I don't want to say it was a bad day going to where we were. This is just an example of a recent thing that happened to me. Out of that situation came something good and something I can move forward with, right? Out of that picture and shopping situation came something that I could actually extract and use positively instead of just dwelling on this fact of like, I don't want to be here, I'm a pouty baby, blah, 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 poor me, victimhood. Like I actually chose to say, okay, you know what, from this situation, I'm going to extract some value and actually move forward with something. So every day may not be a good day, but there is good in every day. Okay. So my daily challenge or question for you today is this. Where in your life have you noticed recently, like even looking back, it doesn't have to be today, where in your life was something that happened that was negative to you that you didn't get a positive gift out of? Now, looking back at that after listening to this episode, looking back at that episode in your life or that trigger or situation or whatever it is, what was the positive outcome from that negative situation, looking back on it? So that's my challenge for you today. Think of something that either happens to you today or in the past that was negative or triggered you, and look back on it now and try to extract something good from it. Like it might be something terrible, like even like a death in the family's like terrible. But there's always, I promise you, there is always something positive, whether it's external or internal. Maybe you learned something about yourself by going through a situation, whatever it might be. So that's my daily challenge for you today. So as always, Dan Hafner signing off here. That's going to wrap it up for today's show. Hope you guys are enjoying this new format moving forward. As always, you can send me a message directly to the Run Your Day podcast through the Anchor app. Just open up the Anchor app, click on the Run Your Day podcast, and click the message button. And you can send me any kind of feedback, questions, or just any kind of comments you have about the show so far. We're creeping up on the 100th episode. Today was the 90th. Getting really excited for that. Hopefully I'll have something special in store for you guys there. And as always, find the good in today and make it a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.